Alright, hello, my name's David or Panda, whatever you know me by. Just want to do a quick little update video on how my 3.28 is going, especially because I know like at least 5 people, that's at least my fingers I have in my hand, are subscribed to this channel because they like dominating blows. So, wanted to at least put a video out there. After this video, I'm just gonna be making like a ritual tree or some bullshit, so I want to make sure I get this out there. Uh, to keep things short, this build's been going pretty well. This league's been going pretty well. We're doing a little twist on the usual Guardian stuff, especially because I know a lot of people are playing Guardian Dominating Blow right now. So I've gone ahead and just done like a little cold version. I was using Triad Grip to do it to fire for the first week of the league, which you'll see on PoE Ninja and all that. But as of right now, I'm pretty much just invested into Hatred Aura Effect. So hopefully, if the footage is done, you're looking at my character right now. We're currently using Hatred with Generosity support. Now, Generosity support, it makes it so that your auras affect only your allies. It doesn't affect you anymore, and that's great because we don't really care about our damage. So we're stacking Hatred on it. This is very similar to that Paladin character I did during the original Freesia League. We're stacking a lot of Hatred effect. And aside from that, we're using summon skitterbots, which, chilling, shocking. But when you add on the Archon Tools belt, which is pretty cheap, I got this pretty early in the league for like, I mean, must have been like 20C. It was like day 2 or something. But this gives us Scorching, which alongside that also has 75% increased effect of ailments inflicted by summon skitterbots. So Scorching just reduces or Ellie it doesn't show on here, but when you scorch somebody, you reduce their resistances. So by increasing the effect of it and using Bone Chill, which increases cold damage taken by an enemy, and Unbound Ailments, we're basically just combining Hatred with our Skitterbots to create a lot of just increased damage taken from the Shock, the Scorch, by way of reducing the res, and all of that just really add up. And yeah, we hit, I mean, pretty cheaply, a few million DPS. Of course, I'm always very weird about how I set up my DPS in POB. I'm not one of those people. I know, I know there's a lot of minion creators that love to just juice their numbers, and it's like 110 million DPS or whatever. But this build pretty much took care of everything I needed to. I went through the Atlas. I can beat pretty much any boss. Defensively, we cap all our resistances. We have 90%. Well, we have 26k armor without doing anything. So that's before my granite flask, molten shell, all that good stuff. So we're pretty much set. We get endurance charges from our specters, and that's pretty much the whole build. Now, I want to mention that we have a level 31 dominating blow. You'll notice I'm not using replicas Dragon Fangs this league because the DB is so popular that it's like 10 divs or something to get replicas Dragon Fang with dominating blow. Not to mention the people who are playing Tiger King, the dominating blow of inspiring. So I went ahead and just started using Bone Meld instead. It gives us a +2, but we lose a lot of resistances because we have so many minions, right? At any given time, we might have around 20 to 25 minions. So you could basically assume this is like a minus 50% to all resistances mod. Because of that, I'm using Purity of Elements to not only, avoid any ailments, but also to just get a bunch of res. And I'm also way overcapping my Chaos res. I did manage to buy a Light of Meeting Jewel just yesterday, I believe. But yeah, a lot of chaos red stacking just to avoid that downside. But that gives us a +2. Helmets +2. I was profit crafting Archdemon crowns with the new what's it called, Rancor craft. Find this one right here. The only minion mod on the helmet is +2 minions. So on day 2, I was just flipping helmets with the +2 mod. Really easy money, by the way. You should still be able to do it right now. But yeah, really easy. +2 here, +2 here. I managed to snipe a +4 Ice Tomb. I've done this before. I don't know who the fuck is corrupting Ice Tombs, but there's always a +4 on the market for some reason. So I got that. It's got res on it. We are using the Prospero's protection tech. This gives us just a bunch of armor pretty much. We didn't have a lot of armor anyways from the from the body armor, so you can double your shield instead with Aegis Aurora. Excuse me, with Aegis Aurora, and so we get a bunch of more armor because it says increases and reductions to energy shield. It's transformed to apply to armor instead. That means that these nodes turn into armor from shields. These were originally energy shield nodes from shields, but the combination 120% increased armor from equipped shield. So we're actually getting a lot of armor from this shield. Like if I take this off, and let me just make sure I'm losing anything. If I take this off, I lost 16k armor. So yeah, really sick tech there to get a bunch of armor, especially because this body armor didn't have a lot of armor anyways. So it's really nice to have all of that preloaded. This is before Moan Shell and all that crap that people use to juice their numbers. And yeah, Matas gives us the final +2. We end up with a level 31 Dominating Blow, really good. I am using Congregation support, and it does add an extra Vol Domination minion. I know it doesn't show it on here, but it does give you a 4th Vol Domination minion, so that's pretty sick. We did lose Awakened minion damage, which was kind of ass, and I don't want to buy a greater multi-strike. I think it's too expensive, but I'll have to see. Maybe if I'm bored, I have like maybe a little under 30 divs right now, so I might end up getting one. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I am using a Spectral Leader this time around. This just gives us a little bit more um, action speed, I believe, which is just nice. But aside from that, perfect Warlord, Forest Warrior, perfect Tiger, just the usual minion stuff. I do have a Garb of Ephemeral on my AG, and I do have a sick Kano Kulamac, just like I did in the Precia 2.0 event. So yeah, that's pretty much it. One thing I want to note is that I am using the Delirious Bloodline. I always wanted to use this, but I didn't really get around to it. So this league, I figured I'd go out and do it. This skill is actually pretty sweet. It provides 30% increased damage taken on any enemy that kills it. It explodes like an area. It's like it leaves behind. What happens is your guy does a backflip. He leaves behind a little clone. Maybe I can show it in here. He leaves behind this little clone, and once that clone gets destroyed, anybody that destroys it takes 30% increased damage. That's an insane number, 30%, and they deal 30% less damage. So on bosses, that's even better than the RF guy. My friend group calls it Tibbers. Uh, just a little bit better than this, and a little bit better than Fortify. So really nice. You can also use the Vol bloodline, the Trial Master one. You could use that to get some extra souls. I know Lightly is doing this with Absolution. And you can also use the All Bloodline with the Hatred effect on max Frenzy charges. That'll give you an extra, I think, million DPS. The only problem is that the Tiger doesn't really like to get you too many Frenzy charges. But yeah, I don't have any cool maps to show you, so I'm just gonna run like I don't know, we're just gonna run like a nice city square or something, and something nice. Actually, I'll run Strand. People like Strand. I have no idea really what else to say. It's the same thing I've been doing for a few leagues now. It's just now that DB is good, a lot of people are joining in, so I figured I might as well at least upload a video and make sure that you guys know that I am still holding it down, so to speak. And I'm still finding new techs. I'm still doing shit that improves the build for me. So hopefully this improves the build for you, especially if you have a Guardian and you're like, I don't know what to do with it, and maybe, some of the other DB variants didn't work out for you. You can at least watch the footage, right? I want to mention that the Kano Kulamac stuff is really insane. That explode. I did get an imbued Ray Spectre gem with area of effect, so that kind of propagates over to my AG. So it has, they just have big ass explosions, and that's what we all want, right? At the end of the day, we all want big ass explosions. I don't know if this Atlas tree has Alva in it, but let me at least show what it looks like when I run an Alva temple. I'll give you a spoiler. It's big ass explosions. Yeah, that whole room just got cleared by accident. Boom. See, like that entire pack just died next to him. Boom. When you start having juicier maps, and you really start to notice the explosions. I think I did a simulacrum today, like simulacrum 15, and it was just like holy. Hey, Gravicious. But yeah, pretty standard stuff, and I want to. Oh, did you see that? The maybe I should put like a replay like after I show the footage, dude. That was fucking sick. Um, excuse me. th- really, the interesting thing about this league is that with Mirage, everything just kind of dupes, and it's really easy to just pick a mechanic, provided it's not one of the master mechanics, they don't dupe. But you can just pick any mechanic and just make money off it. It's pretty sick. I'm not gonna give up any of my trade secrets in this video, but hopefully, you guys are having a strat that you could do. Because this build can pretty much do any strat, especially with the explode now from the AG. I feel like pretty much anything's doable. But yeah, that just a little short showcase. And if you have any further questions, I'll be, down in the comments like I usually am. And yeah, hopefully you guys league's going well. Hopefully you're making a bunch of money. I'm still looking for a diamond shrine belt. Every time I have enough to buy one, they just keep going up. So I've kind of given up. But if anybody has a diamond shrine belt and you want to give it to me, just let me know. I would really appreciate it. Thanks.